The lottery is one of the most dangerous ways to go broke fast. If you happen to win the lottery, consider yourself unlucky. And I'll break this down. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Maoli Vodi with financiallypresent.com, your one-stop shop for financial and investment education. And today we are going to break down why it is not good to play the lottery. And don't get me wrong, I've played in the past, to be part of like an office pool or get a scratch off here and there or received some as a gift. But ultimately, it ends up being one of the worst ways to accumulate wealth. The astronomical odds that have been pushed by lotteries and this pie in the sky dreams of being able to accumulate this wealth and live the life you never thought you could has been sold to so many people with these astronomical odds. Most recently, the Mega Millions went as high as $1.3 billion, billion with a B, and the odds of winning that was 1 out of 303 million people, or 1 out of 303 million players. Okay, so if the Mega Millions, the odds for that is 1 out of 303 million players, let's put this in perspective. Okay, if you went to the casino and you played blackjack, the odds of winning is about 50%. If you played craps, that's about 50%. If you wanted to hit the jackpot on a slot machine, that's 1 out of 49 million plays. The Mega Millions lottery, or just lotteries and scratch-offs just for the general purpose, are almost a guaranteed loss of investment. There are so many other investments that provide better odds that you can benefit from and can learn from and accumulate wealth in a more patient fashion. The fact of the matter is, nearly everyone who plays the lottery will lose, statistically and factually. There are much better investments to take part in, whether it's the stock market, whether it's real estate, whether it's insurance policies, or whether it's businesses. There are so many other things you can do that are more fruitful with your money. Look, it's fun to dream about winning the lottery. I've definitely done it myself. And in the past, I've played as well. But everybody loses, not just the people who don't win the lottery. Imagine the people who do win. You can no longer be who you currently are if you all of a sudden won the lottery. You cannot hang around the same people. You cannot do the same things. Your family will feel completely different towards you, and you will feel different towards them. It is a completely different landscape if you happen to win the lottery, and your life changes like that overnight. It is not gradual like it would be for someone who's building their wealth over time. If you happen to win the lottery, your life switches from an offensive mode of trying to win and gain money to defensive mode. And now you have to figure out who to trust, what to do, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But as far as the lottery, don't get me started on the communities that it impacts the most. In fact, if you split the country into thirds, the poorest third of the country pays for more than half of the lottery winnings. Okay, so that lower third, if they did not have to pay taxes, maybe because of tax breaks or lower income, by playing the lottery, they actually are now paying taxes because 40 to 45% of lottery winnings go towards taxes, state and federal. So you could have gotten a break, but because you played the lottery, you are giving your tax break away. Additionally, the stories of people who've previously won before and how their lives have switched around to the fact that they've been now targeted by people and they have been ostracized from their families, and sometimes they had to separate themselves completely. And there are often some people who have even lost their lives or been killed because of their newfound riches. So it is extremely important to understand the gravity of coming about money all of a sudden. There's something about winning really, really fast that doesn't help you. Think about it like this. If I just graduated from high school and then all of a sudden I was given the job of being a CEO or executive of a large company, there are so many experiences that normal people would have experienced between those two roles, being a high school graduate and being the CEO of a, let's say, Fortune 500 company. There are mistakes that would have been learned. There's networks and connections that you would have made along that way. When you win money, all of a sudden, you are your same self now and then your same self with additional money. There are no additional experiences or failures or trials or mistakes that have helped shape you into being someone who can manage and maintain that level of wealth. So you now become very dangerous, dangerous to yourself and even to others by being now a target with a lot of money. What we've seen with people who do have a lot of wealth is they have slowly built a community around themselves, and it creates this level of insulation or this protection that they have. Think about players who have suddenly come upon wealth by being in the NBA or the NFL. Often they become targets because the community around them, maybe they just also were not in the NFL, or they're not used to being around someone of that level of wealth. And these new stars, and they could be celebrities or even artists as well, sometimes they find themselves in a worse position because the people around them may be preying on them and they become a target. It's all about the community that you're in when it comes to building wealth and sustaining it, but then also being able to be a good steward of that wealth. And winning the lottery overnight does not equip you to be a good steward of wealth. It's completely random. You have no idea who will win, and there's just no choice or no way about it. It's just all of a sudden your life will change overnight. There are so many different things you can do other than play the lottery, especially with your money. But let's say you do happen to play and you win. It's going to be pretty crazy, but here's some things you can do. Number one, stay quiet. You have to be very, very careful who you tell. You're not going to be sure who you can trust at this point. And I hate to be that grim, but it's completely true. Number two, get a lawyer quickly. Essentially, as soon as you realize you have the winning numbers, I would even say before you sign it, call a lawyer and figure it out. They will be able to help you out around the legal terminology and what entity works best, if you can claim it anonymously in your state or not, the period of time it takes to come and claim your money, and all of these other different things that can help you with strategies. Get an accountant because you're going to have to worry about taxes, okay? I always say, my recommendation when it comes to a lump sum of money, take that first. Don't take the annuity payments. More money now is always better than money year after year after year. Okay, if you have the option to get it all now, get it all now. And then lastly, learn how to invest across different asset classes, whether it's the stock market, whether it's fixed income, whether it's real estate, whether it's insurance, whether it's investing in businesses. You have to figure out how to spread that wealth across different asset classes to protect yourself, to make sure that you don't find yourself in a situation where you've lost everything or that you aren't a good steward. Because even in giving gifts, there can still be negative implications with that. And I think it'd be great if you gave gifts, but you have to understand things like the gift tax and other exemptions that you could qualify for under different entities. All of this to say you need proper counsel when it comes to managing wealth, whether it's a little or a lot. So what do you think? Did this video change your idea about lotteries and scratch-offs or any types of games of chance? I'd love to hear in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the page, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on future content. And until next time, stay present.